Good evening to all and welcome to the session. SBI Clerk 2024 English Mocks, mock number 15. Today also have brought 20 questions and let us start the session with the first set of questions which deal with error location. Read the first one and try to spot the error. Your time starts now. The moment the news of the execution confirmed by the jail authorities, people broke into applause and thanked the judiciary and the Delhi police for delivering justice to Nirbhaya. Time is up. The moment the news, nothing wrong with this particular expression. The moment something happened of the execution confirmed by, whenever you come across a preposition by, you got to be a little careful. That is grammar approach. People broke into applause. Break into applause means appreciate a lot and thank the judiciary. Before judiciary, we have to use the definite article the and the Delhi police for delivering justice to Nirbhaya. Actually, the error is in the second part. What is wrong with the second part? Here, who is this Sahaja has got it right, and also Adi Lakshmi. We have a few new students, Tanai, Paul. The moment the news of the execution confirmed by the jail authorities, when you read these two parts, you have to tell yourself something is wrong. Here, it should be in passive voice, not in active voice. They did something. Something was done by them. Based on that, the moment the news of the execution was confirmed, by whom? By the jail authorities. You can also say the moment the news of the execution was confirmed by the jail authorities, one way of looking at it. The moment the jail authorities confirmed the news of execution, active voice. Here it is in passive voice. What is this question about passive voice? And what is the clue here? There are two ways of looking at the first part and second part. One, using your grammar knowledge, there is a clue by someone, something done by someone. Obviously, we have to use passive voice, but I don't recommend that. Here, when you read these two parts, you have to understand the idea goes into passive voice. Based on that, something is missing. Was confirmed is the correct expression. Go to question number two. Your time starts now. In one of the worst accidents in the fireworks industry, 8 workers were killed and 7 out of the 9 injured critical. Nagendrama, how are you? After a long time, my online student. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. Please read question number two, not that difficult. Applause, clapping, cheering. Very good, Divya. I appreciate. Time is up. In one of the worst accidents, whenever you come across the phrase one of the, based on this phrase, we have three rules. But in all the three rules, the noun is in the plural form. Common error, a lot of people say one of the student. Is it right or wrong? It's a common error. Wrong. What are we supposed to say? One of the students. That is a basic rule. In one of the worst accidents, and we have to use a superlative form, in the fireworks industry, where in the fireworks industry, nothing wrong. 8 workers were killed. Again, passive voice. Something killed 8 people. 8 workers were killed. And 7 out of 9 injured critical. 7 out of 9, don't consider. 7 injured or 7 were injured. What will you say? 7 were injured critical or critically. Here there are two errors actually. Critical or critically. You need to use an adverb. Who is this? Siddharth. You got the job, FCI. Wonderful. Congratulations on your success at the outset. I'm not, now I cannot respond. I will respond tomorrow. Please wait for one day. I will get back to you. So here, 7 out of 9 injured critical, two errors. One, 7 were injured, critical or critically? Adverb. What is the word adverb? And here, be in the past form, past plural. Primary auxiliary be, past plural. Were injured critically. Question number 3, your time starts now. One of the students, one of, any of, each of. No, you cannot. You can bring here, but generally it's an independent one because I appreciate you, Divya, but I don't club those and one of. The reason being, one of has 3 rules. They're independent. You cannot use all the 3 rules with whatever you have mentioned. Ending 18 days of political drama, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath on Friday submitted his resignation to Governor Lalji Tandon ahead of the Supreme Court mandate protest. Have you answered this one? Where is the error? Your time is up, but no one has answered. Anusha says the fourth part. You have got it right, but what is wrong with the fourth part, Anusha? You have to mention what exactly. Ending 18 days of political drama, no problem. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath on Friday, no problem. Submitted his resignation to Governor Lalji Tandon, no problem as such. Ahead of the Supreme Court mandate protest. There's an error here. It is not mandate. Ahead of the Supreme Court mandated. Mandated, mandated protest. Means what? Supreme Court has given a particular date and it has made it mandatory. Ahead of that mandated protest, he submitted his resignation. Mandate is wrong, yes. What is the correct word form? Supreme Court mandated protest. And here you have to recollect the word mandatory. Mandatory means what? Compulsory. This is not an easy one. Only a few students have answered. Okay. Let us go to question number 4. Your time starts now. Past participle form. That's right. The nation is truly at war, as the PM alluded, and it can be won only by everyone coming together in this tragedy of commons, of the commons, important expression. Not an easy one. Try to read meticulously. Only then you will be able to answer. Yes, mandatory means compulsory. Who is that? Anil. Time is up, but no one has responded. We have 20 seconds lag. I'll give you more time. Once I see that, then I will respond. Or if someone responds, I will give the answer. I will explain. There's an important word here, elude. And what is a noun form? Allusion. Allusion means what? Indirect reference to something. Indirect reference to someone or something. Indirect, yes, refer to, suggest indirectly, not direct. But where is the error? No one has responded. The nation is truly at war, nothing wrong, and it can be won only by everyone coming together, nothing wrong, can be won, passive voice. In this tragedy of the commons, nothing wrong. There's an error in the second part. As a PM alluded to, we have to use a preposition, the PM alluded to. Without to, the sentence is not correct. Alluded to what? Something. And here you have to recollect an important dimension. What is it? Preposition. What is the literal meaning of the word preposition? Pre means before. Position, you all know. Come before. But in English, we have rules, we have exceptions. Prepositions may come at the end of a clause, end of a sentence. For example, the book you are looking for, I will use the book you are looking for is in the library. Here we have two clauses. What is the main clause here? The book is in the library, main clause. What is the dependent or subordinate clause? You are looking for. And here in this clause, what is the last word for? That is a preposition. It may come at the end of a clause and end of a sentence. For example, whom did you whom did you come with? Whom did you come with? What is the last word with? That is also a preposition, end of a sentence. Another example usually I give, what a small house, what a small house to live in! Exclamatory mark. What a small house to live in. So what is the last word over here? In, that is also a preposition. So alluded to, that is very important. Very good. Who is this? Anusha. Understood, sir. Go to the last question based on error location. The impact of riots on health services received scant attention, more so when there was a communal angle to it. More than fixed preposition, we say, as my student, you know that prepositional combinations. But many educators use fixed prepositions. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. Better prepositional combinations likely to be. Someone says first one, someone says third one, but only two students have responded. Who about the subject, whom about the object? Very good. Who is possessive? The impact of riots on health services receives. Impact is the subject of riots, phrase on health services, phrase impact receives scant attention. No one cares. More so, an important expression, adding more information, where there was a communal angle to it. Nothing wrong with the first one, second one, third one. Fourth one, there's an error. What is wrong with the fourth one? Here, you have to understand the context. When you read a sentence, you have to know whether it talks about a fact, something about the past, or present, or future. Here it is a fact. Any fact, which tense do you use to express a fact? What is a tense? Present tense. We use present tense to express facts, universal truths and facts. Based on that, we cannot say there is a communal angle to it. The impact of riots on health services receives present subject third person singular. We should add s or es to the verb. Scant attention, more so when there is a communal angle to it. We cannot change is to was. We cannot use past. Impact on, impact of. Based on the sentence pattern, impact on someone, impact of something. Look at this. When you use on, you need someone or something usually. What is the impact of his teaching on you? Impact on someone. What is the impact of something? What is the impact of the session? What is the impact on you? What is the impact of the session? That is a difference. Has anyone got all the five correct? I doubt. These are easy. Let us go to single fillers. You should get all correct. The first one. The accused pleaded to the charges brought against him. Plead means to request a lot. Impact of incessant rains. Very good. Impact on the nation. Very good. Three. Tripura Sundari has responded. All the five I doubt. Ram also. Three. Time is up. The accused pleaded what? Sahaja also says three, and who else? Torrential rains impact on the property. Good. Nagendrama, I appreciate that. Adilakshmi says three. Fine. The accused pleaded what? Apologetic. No, no, no. When you look at, when you read a sentence, you have to understand what exactly it means. And you have to look at the words. This is the reason why I tell students, don't take grammar approach. Grammar approach, that is lower level of dealing with questions. And sometimes you get it right, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But can you take chances when you take the exam? You cannot. Here the clues for you, please listen very carefully. You have a no one has got it right. Accused, pleaded, charges. The context goes with court. Charges, accused. What is the context? Court. When it comes to a court, you have told so many times innocent, guilty. Innocent person is acquitted and guilty person is convicted. And when you are taken to a court, in the court of law, you plead innocence, you plead innocent. You say that you are innocent. Apologetic, why will you, in the court, why will you try to present yourself apologetic, guilty? No, pleaded means you are trying to defend yourself. That is not the right word. Contrite, an important word. Already someone has written Divya. Repentant, very good. That is the exact word you have to think of. Remorse, feel guilty. So, what is the answer here? Obviously, one is the answer. No one has got it right. I'm rather surprised. This is the reason why I have been telling students for the last 10 or 15 years. 10 years, I can say, because new patterns. Old pattern before 2017, or to be precise, about 6 years, I can say 6 to 7 years. Simple approach, grammar knowledge, noun, adjective, adverb, easy to answer. But after 2017, things have changed. You got to go to a higher level. Imagine here, if you use your grammar knowledge, impossible to get the answer. Noun, adjective, what is before, what is after, all this is not required. And I don't understand how you guys try that way. The accused pleaded. The moment you read the sentence, you have to know it goes with a quote. Pleaded what? Something the charges brought against him. Pleaded innocent. Answer is the first option. Go to the second one. Your time starts now. Many educators try to make it look very simple. If things are that simple, all the candidates should get the jobs. Why only a few get? Things are not that easy, things are not that simple. Always remember, the people of the state demanded a change in the current what? Plead means request, urge. Yes, that is good, Nagendra Moy. I have given those words many a time. The people of the state, what is this here context? Demanded a change in the current. What is the clue for you? Word combinations. You can use word combinations. You have to use, in fact, along with the contextual awareness. Current system, current authority, regime, administration. All these words can be considered. But your people of the state, entire state, then you have to, they demand for the change in the government. Based on that, what is the other word for government? Regime. Answer is the third option. Who has chosen C? I appreciate all those. Paul and Sahaja, Tripura Sundari. Very good. Answer is current regime. There are two ways of looking at it: current system, current authority, current regime, current administration. All the combinations are acceptable. But see, intentionally, I've brought this. In fact, I've changed the words. The people of the state. You have to understand. Entire state. You cannot say system. How many people talk about the system? Authority, that goes more with one person, one official. Then you cannot talk about the entire state. And administration. Administration goes with a small region, but regime goes with the state. This is what precisely I call contextual awareness. The security team maintained a constant to prevent any security breaches. Go to question number 3. Your time hasn't started, but here, 25 seconds over. The security team. First, you have to focus on this. What is the sentence about? The security team. What is their job? To maintain constant vigilance. Maintain constant. Before you go to the options, you have to think of the word vigilance. Based on that, what is the answer? To prevent any security breaches. Alertness, you can use alertness, oversight, not correct. Survey, irrelevant. Oversight, irrelevant. Between the two, what is the word that goes with the context? And also collocations. Collocations means what? That's a technical term. Word combinations. Context talks about security team and constant vigilance. You can also use the word vigil to prevent any security breaches. Good. Question number 4. Your time starts now. After careful deliberation, the judge delivered the final, an easy one. This is rather easy. Deliberation means a discussion, a lot of thinking, a lot of discussion. Ah, yes, that has a different meaning, Anusha. Ah, it goes with no, no, no. Oversight means overlooking in a way. Final verdict. Ah, this is an easy one, and you guys got it right. Very good. The judge, after careful thinking, after careful deliberation, the judge delivered. What does a judge deliver? Judgment. What is the other word for judgment? Verdict. And the spelling of the word judgment with E or without E, either way correct. Not decision. You can consider, but contextually it does not go with the judge. A ruling, pronouncement. Pronounce means public statement, to state something publicly. Public statement. So, what is the appropriate word here? It is verdict. Question number 5. Your time starts now. Very good. Deliberate, contemplate, pensive, ponder, introspect. That's also an important word. Anu also has come up with deliberate, ponder, think, discuss. He could not, what the master said. Generally, your time is up. Master says something, you may understand, you may not understand. This is the context. He could not. Context talks about he could not understand. Here you see a simple word like understood, comprehended, but two phrasal verbs. Make out, figure out. Both mean the same. But grammatically, we have a helping verb. After any helping verb, if you have to use a verb, that should be in what? Bare infinitive. Means what? Basic form without two. Basic form without two is known as bare infinitive. Do remember. Based on that, make out. Figured out, not correct. Understood, a simple word, and also grammatically not correct. He could not understand, would have been better. He could not comprehend, would have been better. A lengthy paragraph, there are how many parts? One, two, three, four, five, six. Try to read very carefully. An interesting paragraph. You may get something like this in the exam. Try to get the correct order. Your time starts now. I will give you 2 minutes. Comprehensive, holistic, exhaustive, consider all things. 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 2 out of 5. Today, the single fillers are not easy. Looks like that. Anyhow, work on this para jumble. Try to get the correct order. Discern, distinguish, pick out, detect. Ah, very good, Divya. I appreciate new words you have used. 30 seconds over. You still have 1.5 minutes to go. Naga Fanindra says 3 out of 5. I know I had to reduce the font size. I can't help it. Let me. Earlier it was 32 font size. Today it is 34. You got to read. I'll give you more time. Sentence not visible where? Here? You want me to change this? Now is it visible? Are you talking about the first one? Anu also says 3. Ram says 2. No problem. Try to take elimination approach. My pleasure. Go to. I think 1.5 minutes over. Please, the last 30 seconds. FB. Who is this? Sirisha says FB, first one to respond. And Sahaja says F. Anisha also says FB. Let others also respond. So far, so good. Last 30 seconds at my end, because no one has come up with the complete order. Third one, Divya says A. No, Anil, C is not the first one. Parajumbles, you got to spend some time. You should not be hasty. Time is up. Let us take elimination approach. In the age of computers, emails, and the internet, the village postman is still highly respected. This could be the first one. Hold that one. A pronoun cannot be a sentence that begins with a pronoun, has a pronoun, cannot be the first one. Eliminate. Where else in the world do you have a letter delivered every day by hand in 6 lakh villages? This happens only in India. This usually the last one, so cannot be the first one. Nothing can replace face to face contact. He writes. There's a pronoun, cannot be the first one. He delivers, cannot be the first one. Village post offices. Here it's a little tricky. The reason being A can be the first one, F can be the first one. But generally, when you look at the writer's presentation, from broad concept to narrow concept, first the writer has to talk about the post office, then he has to talk about the postman. This is a systematic approach, not first postman, then post office. Based on that, what is the first one here? F is the first one. Village post offices all over the country are crying for want of attention. Means no one recognizes them. They want to be recognized. And they are characterized by, they means what? Village post offices. Here we have B. They are characterized by low morale. Moral, both are different. Moral means values, ethics. Morale, the confidence or self esteem of someone at a particular time. Poor monetary incentives and a hierarchical management system that dates back to pre independence times. Many students have got FB, that's wonderful. Then the writer comes to the postman. 2 sentences about post office. After that, postman. In the age of computers, emails, and the internet, the village postman is still highly respected. Nothing can replace face to face contact. He writes letters for illiterate mothers to their sons serving in the border areas and makes sure these letters are posted. What is the next one here? AD. He delivers money through money orders to poor families at their doorstep. Here, mothers, individuals, and families, broader concept. Here, E is the next one. And what is the last one? What are you left with? Where else in the world do you have a letter delivered every day by hand in 6 lakh villages? This happens only in India. So, what is the last one? Have you got this order? FBADEC. It starts with village post offices and they are characterized by something low morale. Then, about the postman. What does the postman do? Face to face contact. Nothing can be replaced. He writes letters to mothers, then families. He delivers money through money orders to poor families. Where else in the world do you have a letter delivered every day by hand in 6 lakh villages? This happens only in India. An interesting paragraph. Let us go to, I have brought phrasal verbs today. 5 phrasal verbs. Try to get all the 5 correct. Show up, shrug off, skim through, snap up, stand up to. This is the last slide, I suppose. Yes. Here, no need of time. All the 6 correct. Wonderful. Srinivas, that's really good. Those who have got this order, not easy under pressure. You have to be happy. Show up means what? Appear. You can also use show up. You can also use turn up. He showed up yesterday. He did not show up yesterday. He did not turn up yesterday. Answer is E. What is the answer over here? E is the answer. Shrug off. Shrug off means what? Not grab quickly. Shrug off means reject, not to consider, not to accept. D is the answer. Skim through. Skim through means what? Read superficially. There are two techniques when it comes to reading. One is skimming, the other one scanning. Skimming means a quick look at the passage. Scanning to read meticulously, slowly, carefully, cautiously, analytically. Snap up means what? Grab something quickly. Stand up to. Stand up to a problem, stand up to a hardship, stand up to someone's rights. Answer is A. Face or resist. Who has got all the 5 correct? Highly appreciable. And now the $1,000,000 question, 20 questions, who has got 15 plus? Please answer. Or if not, who has got between 10 and 15? 15 plus, pretty good. 10 and 15, good enough. But I would like to know. All the 5 correct. Now tell the score. Out of 20, what is the score? Who has got 15 plus? Between 10 and 15, I thought you would say Anusha 15 plus. 11 out of 20. Anil Kumar, that's what I understand. Okay. 8, 12. Don't get disappointed. Good enough. You should be happy. And you may not get the same questions, but more or less the same standards. Between 10 and 15. 11. No one has said 15 plus. That means not an easy paper. Thank you very much for being with me till the fag end of the session. I hope you guys have got enriched. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night to all of you.